Hello again, everyone. It's me, Elizabeth Parolski, the academic advisor for master's students. What I'm going to talk about in this video is the academic components of your master's degree. What do you need to do to get those master's degrees? Many of you received emails from me when you were picking classes with Google Documents and even just a big long email, with all the things that you need to do to get your master's. We're going to go over some of that today in this video. I'm going to share a slideshow with you so you can pause this video, take notes, listen to me all the time and rewatch this, whatever works for you. But the MS Advising website is a great resource. It has all this information. It's basically a landing page with links to all this stuff. A list of the core classes, a list of frequently asked questions, many of which we'll cover in this meeting, but you may forget because life happens and you're learning a bunch of new stuff. So don't worry. Plus, you can always email me if you have a question, if you get confused, you can always send me an email. I can answer that. We can have a meeting, whatever works. But we will talk about today what classes, what you need to do in order to graduate with your master's in computer science, okay? So here we go. So as you can see, this is our super beautiful computer science building, which hopefully we'll all be together in soon. But otherwise, we'll be there. Plus, there's a gorgeous garden across the street when it gets nice out. One of the things that we are going to talk about is the requirements of your master's degree. It is 30 total credits, okay? Of those 30 credits, 12 are going to have to be core classes. We have 3 core areas, but we do need you to take 4 core classes. So what that means, you'll do 1 theory core class, 1 systems core class, 1 artificial intelligence, AI core class, and 1 additional core class from any of the areas that you are into. Not a problem. Then you will do 12 credits minimum of 600 plus level courses, okay? What those are is all sorts of classes. They can be a core, they cannot be, but I do want to note here that independent studies, working with a professor, working in a lab, they're not going to count towards a 600 level class. And that's mostly because independent studies are so very different, study to study to study, student to student to student, that they all look so different, and that's a little bit difficult for us. So that's why they don't count. However, seminar classes, which UMass does use the word seminar a little funky, UMass in computer science offers a lot of seminar classes. Those are small classes, much smaller, and they're 600 level or higher classes, usually about special topics, and they're very, very hands-on. Those are going to be usually classes that are 690 followed by some letters. Those will count towards your 600 levels because it's still a class. And we do have seminars that are 3 credits and 2 and 1, and those will fulfill a core requirement. The master's project, Computer Science 701, which is not a thesis and is not mandatory, will also count as a 600 level class because it is different from an independent study because you're working with 2 professors. There are certain checks and balances put in place so that we are able to sign off on that. What's really awesome is you can double dip a core class and a 600 level class. What that means, say you are taking computer science 603 robotics. 603 robotics counts as 1, a 600 level class, and 2, an AI class. You have now just checked off 2 of the requirements you need to get your master's. Some of you are going to be a little confused. 4 core classes, 12 credits, 600 level classes, 12 credits. If I double dip, that doesn't equal 30. That's because you can fill in those other 30 credits from stuff you're excited about in computer science and beyond, which we'll talk about in a minute. I do want to draw your attention that there are lots of options to shape your master's degree. From our core classes, there are so many choices. We do this and give you all these choices because we want your degree to fit you. That means we want Sankaran's degree to fit Sankaran. We want Susie's degree to fit Susie. We want James's degree to be what James is excited about. We want Aditya's degree to be what Aditya gets excited about. We know that you're putting time, effort, and dollars into this, so let's make your master's something you're pumped about and have you take the classes that you're excited about. We don't have a thesis requirement for our master's students, nor do we have comprehensive exams. When you hit your 30 credits and have met those requirements I just talked about, you're good to go. I did mention that you can take classes outside computer science. That's what we're talking about here. You can take up to 9 credits, which is approximately 3 classes outside of computer science. We have over 55 pre-approved non-computer science classes. That's phenomenal. These come from the Eisenberg School of Management. They come from the economics department. They come from the electrical and computer engineering department, statistics, and more. So if you have things that you're excited about beyond computer science, let's take those classes. Why not? Linguistics classes, there is a whole list. Again, over 55 of them are pre-approved. If there's a class that's not on this pre-approved list, which you can find on the MS Advising website, that's okay. The process to get that class approved is very easy. Reach out to me and I'll tell you what we have to do. But again, this goes back to we want your degree to be about what you want. And that's why we allow this to happen. I do want to note, if you take a 600 level class outside of computer science, it is going to fulfill your 600 level requirement. Again, if you take a 600 level class outside of computer science, for example, Eisenberg, which is our business school. So if you take the business class 602, artificial intelligence for business, that counts as a 600 level class. And many of our students have done that because they are very interested in business. You can also take up to 6 credits or 2 classes, if they're both 3 credits, of independent studies. You can work with professors and PhD students on papers, in labs, on new algorithms, new systems, whatever you want. We do encourage you to reach out to those professors and to those PhD students through the social events that we have, through the research talks that we have, and you're able to do up to 6 credits of those independent studies. I do want to note again that those 600 level requirements, if they're in computer science or not, we do have students who've worked with business professors, who've worked with econ, linguistics, kinesiology professors, all of those other departments on independent studies. Yeah, those count towards your master's, but they're not going to fulfill that 600 level requirement. But we encourage you to do that. Again, make this degree what you want it to be. We do have some optional concentrations for your master's degree. Think of a concentration like a minor in undergrad. So you would have a master's in computer science with a concentration in one of these areas. It basically just says that you took a lot of classes in a very set place and you're sort of like an expert in that. Many of our students don't do concentrations, and that's wonderful. Many of our students get halfway through it and go, ooh, I'm excited about something else now, and change their mind. Also fine. Again, make your degree work for what you want. So one of our concentrations is a security concentration. For this security concentration, again, all this is laid out on the MS website. Don't panic. You don't need to remember it now. But for the security concentration, got a little ahead of myself, sorry, for the security concentration, you do have to take Computer Science 660, which is Advanced Information Assurance. You do have to take that class. Then you get to take 2 classes from this special menu of security systems electives. Great option. We also have a data science concentration. There are a set and specific options for each core area. So they have a list of 4 theory classes you can take, a list of about 4 systems classes, and about 4 AI classes. that will fulfill the cores. Then they have a lot of electives, and those electives are going to be in those same areas. I do want to note for both of these concentrations, an elective and a core can't be the same class. You can't use it twice. So if you take one class as the core, you can't then count it as the elective too. But again, you got questions, don't fret. That's what I'm here for. You can follow up with me whenever you want. Important to note for this data science concentration, you have to take a statistics class. There are 10 options for you. Those options are in computer science, in statistics, and in biostatistics. So if you're interested in data science, don't forget about that important requirement. This year and this semester, woo-woo, for spring 2021, we have a brand new concentration, okay? This is the field experience concentration. This concentration allows students to carry out internships or CPT, which is curricular practical training, earlier than the 2 semesters in the US. For our international students, this is something that many of you are excited about. For our domestic students, our students who are residents of the US, CPT is not something that you need to worry about. CPT is a way for our international students to get phenomenal experiences working with companies here in the US. Our domestic students, you can do that as well. It's just much easier for you because there aren't going to be visa requirements. But this concentration is available for all of our students. So before this concentration, international students had to physically be in the US for 2 semesters of their master's degree. This concentration, because your experience in the field is required, you only have to be in the US for 1 semester before you can do a CPT experience, but you have to take specific classes, okay? There's emails that are going out about this and have gone out already explaining all of this to you. And I know it's confusing. Again, check out the MS Advising website or email me. But you do have to take 1 out of 7 specific core class in systems for this concentration. Again, you have to take 1 of 7 specific systems classes and 1 of 6 AI classes before your internship experience. Then after your internship, you'll have to take 1 course that has a major project in the course. Computer Science 696, 696DS, 696E, master's projects, those all work. Computer Science 682, which is neural networks, that's also going to count if you take the projects part of that course. That's fine. And you'll do those again after the internship, okay? So our spring 2021 students, our new students, if you're physically here in the US, then great. This is an option that you can definitely take advantage of. You have that list of systems classes and AI classes that are on the website, and we'll make sure that you're in some of those. If those classes are full and you can't take them, we are approving some alternate courses in a one-on-one student-by-student basis. This is all laid out on the website and the emails, so email me. But again, this is a great option. If you're here in the US for spring 2021, it would allow you to do an internship for summer 2021. And even potentially during the school year as well. So during fall 2021 or spring 2021, the internship does have to happen within the first year. Again, I know it's confusing. You know what I'm going to tell you? Go to the website or email me. Many of you have had questions about this professional versus the research track that's mentioned on the website. These are non-binding. They are just tracks or plans. Plan is really a better word. You don't have to declare these. You are not placed in either one of them. It is a way for you to think about your MS, your master's degree. Okay? It's just a way to organize all of the options for you to think about what you would like to do. So for this professional or a terminal master's, you will stop usually with graduate education after your master's degree. You'll take more of the 500 level classes, and you're going to focus a lot on your coursework and your project work. Whereas if you're more of a research person and you're much more interested in the research of computer science, you may think about doing this research plan or track. You intend to complete a PhD at some point soon. Maybe right after you graduate, a few years later, you're going to take a lot more 600 level classes, and you're going to actively seek out research opportunities. You're going to work with PhD students. You're going to talk to our professors in order to get research experience. Again, these are just plans. You can flip back and forth between all of them. You can look at this right now and go, oh, all day, I'm a research track person. Great. You can also change your mind, but these are non-binding. You don't declare them. It's just a way to help you figure out where you want to go and what you want to do. I do want to talk about some of the academic support and the computer science support that we have for our students like you. You've got me. So obviously I think I'm the best, but you do have an academic advisor in me, and I'm here to help you with your degree, to help you with all sorts of stuff. Even if it's something that you think you don't know who else to go to. I'm definitely here to help you with all of that. We also have our international programs office who's here to help you, because they really are the visa experts and I am not. But we also have a phenomenal computer science graduate community. Your peers in your classes are your humans. They are here to support you and to support each other. And I encourage you to reach out to each other, to have conversations with each other, to socially distance and safely go on walks and hang out together. And these are the professional network that you're building now in grad school. I went to graduate school for education because I am an educator, and my graduate student peers are the building block of my professional network. Those are the people that introduce me to other people. They set me up with informational interviews. These are your people, the people that you're in classes now. We also have the Center for Data Science within CICS. We have tons of research talks, including the Machine Learning and Friends Lunch, which is actually a lunch and lecture series put on by students for our whole community. Students pick the presenters, students nominate presenters, help coordinate the presenters when we're able, physically coming here to UMass, but even doing their presentations virtually. It's a phenomenal way to meet people and to expand your knowledge base. We have a security lecture series. We have lots of other opportunities like that as well. The UMass libraries have a ton of options. There is a computer science librarian whose whole job is to work with you guys. Amazing. We have study spaces in libraries, all sorts of information on the library's website. And the graduate school puts on a lot of lectures and events about how to be in grad school, how to figure out the best study work for you, how to stay motivated, how to meet other people, how to do an elevator pitch and sell yourself, interviewing. We also have our career services team here who are awesome. CICS has its own computer science careers team. It's a whole office, CICS Careers, dedicated to helping our students find professional opportunities. They are here to help you work on your resume. They're here to help you practice interview skills for either LEET code interviews, as well as an interview where they're going to ask you questions about how will you work with others. They are here to help you negotiate offers. They're here to help you compare and contrast offers. They can, anything career related, they're the humans to go to, and they're fabulous. Don't ever forget about our careers team. And just like me, they're going to work over winter break, they're going to work over summer break, and they'll work during the semester. And we're here to help you be the best professional computer scientists you can be. I do want to talk about some funding options. Available to our master's students are grader or gradership positions. What you do is you'll actually help grade some of the course materials, but you have to have had taken the class. You can't grade stuff for a class you haven't taken yet. So those will be opportunities available to you for next fall for the classes you're currently taking. Those are going to be hourly positions. Again, other hourly positions, both on campus and off. See what it says check Handshake? Handshake is a careers database all for computer science students. It's wonderful. Our CICS careers team management uses it, and this is how they set up appointments. This is where they post jobs. So check Handshake for hourly positions on campus, especially for our international students. Domestic students, you are able to work more than 20 hours a week. International students, you can do CPT through our new concentration, but you also could do 20 hours a week part-time, but that's not going to fund your master's degree. Also check the UMass job board. Just Google UMass job board. There are so many jobs that UMass needs students to do or has students do. Working in the library, working as a tutor. Y'all are pretty darn smart since you got into this program. Well, you could make some money tutoring other students. We have students who help make the ID cards. There are students who work in all of the dining halls on campus. Those are all jobs that are definitely open to you. And fellowships. They are very, very, very difficult to find for master students, but they exist. I would start with internet search, talking to your peers, and that's how I would go about finding those. What is not available to our master students? Assistantships, TA positions, and RA positions. So basically, if you're looking for a position on campus, you want to look for hourly positions. And sometimes they'll be listed as grad hourly in an email. We've had professors from all across UMass send an email to computer scientists professors and say, hey, I need a grad student to help with X, Y, or Z. If it's an hourly position, heck yeah, apply for it, especially if you're an international student. If you ever have questions about an opportunity, please email me, reach out to the other grad program staff, and we are here to help. Again, I want to go over those requirements of the MS degree. We talked about all of the specifics, like the core classes and the 600 level classes, but I do want to note that the coursework all has to be at the 500 plus level. What does that mean? Once we hit a 500 level class, it is seen at UMass as a graduate level class. So what this basically says is you have to do 30 credits of coursework that are graduate level. If you have always wanted to take Spanish and you enroll in a beginner Spanish class that's a 100 level at UMass, good for you. That's wonderful. I'm so excited that you're learning Spanish, but it's not going to count towards your master's degree because it's not going to be graduate level work. So it would just be because you're a phenomenal student who's interested and excited about things. So just make sure that you're taking graduate level classes as a graduate student. We got to do the core classes. We got to do those non-independent study 600 levels, no more than 9 credits outside computer science. You do need to have a C or better in all of your classes. For the core classes, it does have to be a B or higher. If there are special rules regarding pass-fail grading or anything like that that are added for spring 2021 due to COVID-19, I will share all of that information with you via email. And your overall GPA in order to graduate needs to be a 3.0 or better. I do want to take a moment to talk about academic honesty. Academic honesty is a big deal. This is being honest and putting forth your own honest work done by you. It is expected, it is required. By entering university as an undergrad, you are entering the academic community, and now you're a step higher as a graduate student in this academic community where we expect and require academic honesty. In your coursework, everything turned in has to be your work. Don't collaborate if it's not allowed. Don't collaborate with other students if it is not permitted. You will know if it is or if it is not. And if you're not sure, ask. Always ask. Do not assume. In research, everything you write or present has to be yours or your collaborators, and those people need to be cited. Don't take somebody else's work and say it's yours. Come on now, y'all. You're better than that. Cheating and plagiarism will not be tolerated. The university has policies for academic honesty and research misconduct. Academic dishonesty, so being not honest in your work, can result in you being removed from computer science and UMass. I don't want that to happen. And you can fail a course for academic dishonesty. I don't want those things to happen. Always ask. If you have been told not to work with other humans, don't work with other humans. You can always ask. Do not assume. You've worked real hard to get here. Let's be academically honest and the best student you can be. And then we'll be fine. That's all I have. I know you're sad. But any other questions? Because like I said, it's a lot of information. I'm here to help you. Go to the academic advising page for master's students, send an email, set up a meeting. It's a lot of information that you've learned in the past couple days. It's a lot. And you're starting classes. There's a lot going on. Oh, and you know, a pandemic. It's probably fine. Review this, review anything, any question you have. I'm here to help you. Eileen Hamill, who's also has a great video on this website for orientation. Malika Ross, who's going to do a lot of the work to help make sure that we're also all on track. Computer science is here to help you. But we don't know if you don't need help if you don't talk to us. Anytime you have a friend who's like, oh, I don't know about this thing, tell your friend to email me. I mean, I'm pretty great, but I'm not going to judge you. My job is to make some of this easier. And so that you can focus on being a great student, a great computer scientist, and, you know, sleeping, eating, and laundry. Again, welcome to computer science. Any questions you have, I'm here for you. Spring 2021 is different, but you've got this. Any questions you have, let me know. I'm thrilled you're here. Welcome, and good luck this semester.